Thanks to everyone that did the survey. If you didn't get to it, don't worry about it. I was kind of just trying to get a feel for where everybody was at, what you were concerned about, and it helped me a lot in making decisions. So I have pretty much planned out what's gonna happen for you guys over the next couple weeks. I will say not everything's set in stone, and I will go over that. But I'm gonna talk about a couple things, and that is your book trailers, poetry essay, what you're doing over the break, and office hours. I'm also going to touch on College Board and testing and what I know about that right now. So the first thing is book trailers. Obviously, we got cut off in the middle of that, and so I think the smartest thing to do is to just call it quits on that. I could see us doing book trailers at the end of the year after the AP exam. Sometimes it's nice to have something kind of fun and creative to do at that time. So if many of you are still wanting to do that, I think we can make it happen, but it's not going to happen now because it's too complicated. I'm not going to ask you to get together outside of class for something that we can do without. With that being said, if you still owe me your Lit Circle packet, I did bring them all home. I don't remember if I got them from everybody, but if you didn't, I would say to send me pictures of the pages that are due. So remember, that's one of the mini rolls, one of the full rolls, and your one pager. So you get to choose the rolls. Just send me pictures. I can grade it that way. Poetry essay. So I think we need to finish the poetry essay. You have worked super hard on it, and it's maybe going to be our last big essay. We were going to try to do another one on the next book we're doing. I will talk more about that later, but with this shutdown, I think that we need to do the poetry essay. I can conference with you virtually, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get that done. So I did post the deadlines for that on Google Classroom. They will also be printed in the educational packet that you'll receive either physically or digitally. So as a little refresher, the final draft is due on March 25th at 11:59 on Google Classroom. So that is about a week away, right? Week and a half, I guess. Right now it's Sunday. So I'm going to work really hard to get everyone's drafts back by tomorrow afternoon. I am still finishing my 9th graders packet, so I'm going to do that and then move on to your essays. If you left your stuff at school, your poetry essay stuff, because I told you we were going to work on it on Monday, Mr. McAvoy told me you should be able to go get it on Wednesday. I asked specifically about you guys going into your lockers to get your poetry stuff, and he said that, yeah, you can do it. They want to limit the amount of students going into their lockers, but this is really important, and you won't need to get anything else from my class besides your poetry stuff, but for sure get your poetry essay stuff. If you can't come on Wednesday, maybe you can give a friend your locker combination and just have them get it for you. I doubt anyone really would care. Or maybe you're one of those people that doesn't actually lock their locker, so you can just open it. Work on submitting another draft to Peergrade by Friday, March 20th. The next deadline is completing a peer review on Peergrade, which is peer review website. You might have used it with Miss Finman before. We both like it. So that'll be due Monday at noon. So you'll have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning to complete a peer review on Peergrade. Let's transition into what you're going to be doing while you're off school for a couple weeks. You're going to be reading a novella. Remember, a novella is a short novel, long short story. It's called The Death of Ivan Illich. It's about 40 pages. So that means you will get it in your educational learning packet that we're passing out on Wednesday. Of course, it'll be online. I'll put everything online as well. But if you want that hard copy so you can physically write on, because if you're like me, you probably hate reading online. I truly hate it. You can get the hard copy on Wednesday and have that. That's honestly the majority of the packet is this novella. The packet is 45 pages and the story is 39. So you have a 39-page story to read. And that is the bulk of the work. The reason I wanted to do this is because we will not be doing the novel I told you about, The Picture of Dorian Gray. So in lieu of that, we're going to do this novella, which you can use on Q3 for the open-ended response. It'll be our last big work of the year. After this, we'll do poetry, AP prep, all this stuff. So you can rejoice in that, at least, that instead of a full novel, you're only doing a novella. And hopefully you can be happy about that if be happy about something. There's not tons of work going with the novella, so like I'm really trusting that you are going to read it. I'm not going to check for annotations because you're an AP Lit, and if you don't do it, you're hurting yourself more than you're hurting me. So AP exam, that's what we're doing this for. It's on you. You're doing it for yourself. You're only going to have a couple things to do. I have a little bit of pre-reading about the literary movement and the author. I have 4 journal entries, a couple comprehension questions, and then an open-ended prompt in the vein of the AP exam. You'll be choosing a prompt and writing about our novella. So usually you have a prompt and you pick the text. We're doing an opposite. You have the text, you pick the prompt. So that'll be kind of the final assessment on there. Office hours. I honestly don't know. I think I'm focused on your poetry essays and your educational packet. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do for grading for office hours. I do think that AP prep is really, really, really crucial. So I want to make that available to you, although I might not make it required in the same way that I had planned to with office hours. So I'm thinking maybe we could do something over Skype if you want to talk about something for office hours. I'll open up stuff on AP Classroom. So in a nutshell, I don't know what's happening with office hours, and I will let you know when I do. But I think right now that's lower on our chain of concern. So poetry, essay, reading our novella, that's where we're going to be. The final component I wanted to touch on is just AP testing in general. College Board sounds like it's going to be letting any schools that are closed down take a late test. I don't know what the late testing date is. I don't even know tons about it. But if you go to their website, they do have updates about COVID-19 and how it's affecting their testing schedules. Because they know that we're not getting the same prep time that we were counting on. So if you are curious, I will go to College Board website, look around there, and of course I will let you know anything as I know it, so you can expect me to kind of give you updates as I understand more. Things coming up, I will be sending out like a schedule template, so if you want to schedule your days thinking like I want to work on, calc or pre-calc, in the mornings, I want to work on Lit, I want to work on AP EVS or EVS. So I'll send out that template with you. I will also be sending you my personal schedule so that you know when I will basically be behind my computer. So if you message me, I'll be right there. I'll also be sending you a list of like ways to keep busy. I want you guys to not feel stir crazy. So crafts, exercise, games, like things you can do at home with your siblings, with your family, or of course nothing required, but I think we're all gonna get a little bored, so it's nice to have a list of stuff to do. Email me with any questions. I'll do my best to respond like within the hour, if not sooner. If it's nighttime, I'm probably asleep. So I'm sitting in I have a sunroom. It's got like, I don't know, windows, plants. I wanted you guys to see my plants. That's just really why I'm in here. Also, I thought maybe a cat would come in here and be in my video, but alas, they are, I don't know, I'm not in here. Stay informed. Don't believe everything you read, especially on social media news. I would say New York Times is a great resource. They've got all the coronavirus stuff free right now. So keep up to date on why things are closed, why it matters, what can you do to help. I would say in a nutshell, we're closed to help healthcare professionals be the best that they can possibly be. So we are trying to limit the amount of people going into hospitals so hospitals can actually deal with those that are sick. So do what you can to stay healthy, stay safe, take care of yourself. I think that's the best thing you can do right now.